I got Edge. I got them all. I got Beto. Beto's falling fast. What the hell happened? I don't know what the hell happened to Biden. And Bernie, Bernie's crazy. Bernie's crazy. But Bernie's got a lot more energy than Biden, so you never know. Boy, you got some beauties there. 350 million people, and that's the best we can do.
That's President Trump mocking some of his 2020 Democratic challengers. The president making his comments at a campaign-style rally in Louisiana yesterday, touting the importance of America's energy independence as progressive Democrats renewed calls for measures to combat climate change, taking aim at frontrunner Joe Biden, saying his ideas don't go far enough. Marc Thiessen is a columnist at the Washington Post and a resident fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. He's also a Fox News contributor. I suppose it's expected that Joe Biden would be taking potshots from his fellow Democrats since he is the front runner at the moment. Is he not liberal enough for the party these days?
Yeah, well, obviously they need to bring him down. He's opened up a 24-point lead in the Real Clear Politics average. Some polls even have him at a 32-point lead. So obviously they want to bring him down. But that's not surprising. What's surprising is how they are trying to bring him down, which is basically arguing that Joe Biden is too conservative. That's the state we've gotten to in the modern Democratic Party, that the Obama-Biden approach to governing is no longer acceptable. It's too right-wing for the Democratic Socialists who are trying to take over the nominating process and the government. The fact is, on climate change, for example, they don't want to invest in green energy the way the Obama administration did and let the private sector innovate our way out of the problem. They want a Green New Deal. They $100 trillion, and anything less is heresy. And on health care, they're not even making the pretense of lying to the American people the way Obama and Biden did and saying you can keep your health plan. They want to eliminate private health insurance, period. Joe Biden has endorsed what he calls a public option, which means that people would be able to buy into some sort of Medicare-type plan if they chose to. They don't want to have a public option. They don't want to have any options. They want to have government health care for all, whether you want it or not. So Biden is too moderate. I mean, he's not moderate. He's a liberal Democrat. I worked with him on Capitol Hill for years. He's a liberal, but he's not conservative, and he's not liberal enough for today's Democratic Party.
You used the word heresy in that answer, and Joe Biden might have spoken heresy when he suggested he could work with Republicans, but there's a catch. Listen to this.
Sure, everybody said you can't work with any of these folks. We can. There's a lot of things that people have in common. Things will fundamentally change with Donald Trump out of the White House. Not a joke. You will see an epiphany occur among many of my Republican friends. And it's already beginning this year in the House now.
I apologize. That was a little difficult to hear, but the quote is, the thing will fundamentally change with Donald Trump out of the White House. You will see an epiphany occur among many of my Republican friends.
Yeah, his big heresy is that he wants to work with Republicans and come up with bipartisan solutions to things. This is not acceptable in the age of the resistance. Ironically, it's what most Democrats want. I mean, if you look at, there's a Pew Research poll which shows that 53% of Democrats want the party to move in a more moderate direction. They don't want to become Democratic Socialists. They want to be more moderate. And the fact that Biden has pulled ahead with such a big lead is a sign that the Democratic electorate versus the liberal activists who are controlling the nominating process want a more moderate, bipartisan approach. But the fact is the resistance doesn't want to work with Republicans. They don't want bipartisan compromise. They're not just opposed to Donald Trump. They're opposed to conservatism. They're opposed to compromise. They're opposed to the free enterprise system as it exists today, and they want to fundamentally change America. And Biden, with this sort of idea of cooperating with Republicans, represents everything that they're trying to destroy inside the Democratic Party. So he's an obstacle to the goal of socialism and for all.
I wanted to get into the trade war situation with you. We don't have time, but I just wanted to point our viewers to foxnews.com, where you've got an interesting take on the trade war with China. Marc Thiessen.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good to be with you.
Another major